Hello, dreamers, doers, believers, and achievers, dreamers, doers, authors, and entrepreneurs. How are you? It's hot where I am. How are you? Caught me drinking my water. Wanted to come on tonight just for a few minutes. I just felt a little extra something of inspiration while I was doing some things around the house. And excuse me, I'm trying to get something going up here. But I just wanted to come tonight with some inspiration, some stuff that was on my heart, and to talk to you. If you've got a dream to do, a goal to get, some success to seize, or if you could just use a push right about now. Any of you could just use a push right about now. We've got a lot of things going on, and so I know sometimes it's difficult to keep going. It's difficult to be inspired. It's difficult to take one more step, put one foot right in front of the other, but that's what it takes. And so I was just desiring to come and help somebody make one more step, make one more phone call, write one more chapter, to do something one more time. And that's the focus of tonight. That's why I'm here. Normally, we're here on Thursdays. We're here live on Thursdays with the encouragement conversation. But right now, we're just this is just a special inspiration, if you will. And so also, we're going to have some Q&A. If you have a question about your dreams, about your goals, something I can help you with. As an author of 15 books, I've learned a few things, some through observation, some through education, and some through devastation. And so I know some things to do, and I know a lot of things not to do. And so maybe I can assist you with your ascension, if you will. Entrepreneurs, going after your goals, living your dreams. If that's you and you have just some questions or comments, you can put them in your comment section. And if it's a question I can answer, I'll be more than happy to answer it. But tonight, my goal is to just give some inspiration, just to give you a little push as you continue to write the book, start the business, go to school, as you continue to take one more step, as you continue to go forward. We're not going to be here long because I know you've got stuff to do. And so maybe 10, 15 minutes of inspiration just to help you. And so you can just put your name and where you're from in the comment section, and a question if you have one. But in addition to that, we're going to do some things that's going to, that I trust will help you with your book, with your business, with your goal, with your dreams, with your vision. And tonight I want to help you by helping you make a shift. I read a book once by Miss Jewel Diamond Taylor, awesome encourager. And she wrote a book called Shift Happens. Shift Happens. And we have to know how to make a shift, especially right about now, because we're getting new normals with everyday life. You can go here, you can't go here, wear a mask, don't wear a mask. This is happening, that's happening, different things going on, making a shift. And when stuff happens, make a shift when life happens. In the last couple of weeks, I've had some people that I know who have passed away. Person real close to me passed away just a week ago. And then a young lady I've known most of her life, her mother passed last week. And so life is just happening. And so we have to learn how to make a shift. Different things are going on in your life. Got to learn how to make a shift if we're going to achieve our goals, if we're going to conquer things, if we're going to keep on going. You have to learn how to make a shift. Shift in our actions, shift in our attitude. I am working on my health right now. Many of you who follow me may have seen this on my Facebook post. I'm working on my health right now. Got a little package right about in here that I need to get rid of. So I'm working on that. And so it takes a shift in my thinking, because I used to eat a lot of things that I can't eat right now. I used to eat portions of things that I can't have those portions anymore. So I have to change my thinking. So there has to be a shift. When you think of shifting, what comes to mind? What comes to mind when you think of a shift? Excuse me. A shift, driving a car, when you shift gears. And so what happens when you shift gears? When you're going up a hill, you need to shift gears. When you shift gears, you get more power. When you shift gears, you have more momentum. So I want to help you shift. And we're going to do this, acronymically, if we will. Got an acronym for shift. And again, I want to answer any questions you might have. You can put them in the comment section. If you're on Facebook Live, I can see those. I can't see them if you're on YouTube. But if you're on my Facebook page, Dwayne Chig, or Facebook, excuse me, Your EncourageMInt, I can see it. If you're going to Your EncourageMInt, you can post them there. Go to Your EncourageMInt, MINT, and you can post your comments and questions there. I can see those. But shift. How do you make this shift so that you can conquer your goals? How do you make this shift so that you can seize the success? How do you make this shift so I stop eating so many donuts and eat some broccoli instead of eating a brownie? How do you make the shift? Don't laugh at me, because some of you need to stop eating some brownies too and eat some more broccoli. Because I had salad for dinner tonight along with some other things, but last night I had salad, and so we've been doing that. My wife and I have been doing that pretty good consistently. But again, having to make the shift. So the S in shift stands for schedule. And what I mean by that, this dream, this goal, okay, not that it has to happen in a day, in a week, in a month, but if you're writing a book, if you're working on your health, if you're doing something, it doesn't just happen one day. See, the one day mentality, I'm going to lose this weight one day. I'm going to write this book one day. I'm going to one day. No, you got to do it. You got to set some kind of goal, some kind of boundary schedule. I'm going to write an hour every day. I'm going to drink 3 of these every day. That's a schedule. I'm going to have it done by 5 o'clock. That's a schedule. I generally write a new book every year. In March, I have an event called the Selfie Author Showcase. Been doing it every March for about the last 5-6 years. And so I introduce a new book in March. And so in order for me to have the book in my hand to present it in March, I have to have it in my hand the last week in February. In order to have it in my hand the last week in February, I've got to have it to the publishers, people that are going to print it, and back. I got to have that end of February or end of January, beginning of February. In order to do that, I've got to have it written, finished December. In order to do that, I have to start August, September. And so there's a schedule so that it will be done, not one day, but the day in March that I need it to be done. What do you need to put a schedule on so you can finish that movie? You need to put a schedule on something so you can have the weight gone. And I'm not saying have a schedule so much where that, okay, I got to have it done by Friday. But saying I'm going to have a certain amount done by Friday will give you some guidelines of what you're going to do, of how you're going to make it through, of scheduling your time, all of those things. Schedule so that you can have some things done at the proper time. Schedule. And if this is going to come to pass, the H stands for habit. I did a post the other day called Habits That Make Things Happen. You've got to have some regular habits. What habits do you have to complete what you need done? If you would, can you just put, maybe 1 or 2 of your habits? If it's exercise, habits for your health, habits for your writing, habits for your finances, habits for your movies, for your money, What habits do you have? Every morning I wake up, I have a word of prayer. Thank you, Jesus, for letting me see another day. Then I have my affirmations that I do. And then I have what I call confirmations. Today I'm going to do ABC. Habits. I do that every morning. That's a habit. So if you're going to make a shift and change things, change the way you think, change the way you act, change your life, you've got to have some habits that make things happen. So what are your habits? How much water are you drinking? That's a health habit. Are you changing what you eat? That's a health habit. Having some habits. I'm having some new health habits right now. I'm having some habits of in terms of publishing my book or promoting my book. I post something about it just about every day. I have a show that I do every Thursday. Some habits I have in terms of getting the guests at a certain time, in terms of the promotion for a certain time. Habits. have a habit, economic habit, a certain amount of money I set aside for certain things, some extra money I'm paying on a mortgage regularly. That's a habit. Those are economic habits. Those are health habits. I'm not an economic person, so I couldn't help you with that, but I'm talking about the benefits of having habits. And so if you're going to make that shift to get up that hill, shift that gear, H is for habits. Not only that, but H also, you have to have some consistency. That's right. You have to have some consistency doing it once. Just eating one salad is not going to get rid of this. Walking one time around the track is not going to get rid of this. Consistency. I have to eat right today, eat right tomorrow, eat right the next day. Drinking one bottle of water really not going to make that much difference in your health. But if I drink one of these in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening every day, that can make a difference. So what habits do you have? What do you need to be more consistent in? Your consistency, doing it regularly. Not only need to be consistent, but you have to have resistance. That's right. You have to have resistance because life happens and you will get knocked down. Stuff happens and you will get knocked down. You will have difficulty. And I told you in the last 2-3 weeks, people that I know have passed away. People, a person real close to me passed away. People that I know, one young lady I told you at the top, known her most of her life, her mother just passed. So, but we have to have resiliency through those things. And then coming through, losing some real close people. Like I said, my father passed away, who was the greatest man I've ever known. My stepfather passed away on my wedding anniversary a few years ago. 2 weeks after that, my little brother died. 2 weeks after that, one of my favorite aunts died. You have to cry, fall down, get back up, and then write again. Cry, get knocked down, get back up, do some more exercise, write another script, make another phone call. You got to have resiliency because it's not a question of if you're going to fall, if you're going to have something happen. It's going to happen. And that's not a prophecy of doom. It's just real. You're going to have an event where nobody's going to come. You're going to forget a line. You're going to mess up on a song. I was listening to an interview with Lionel Richie, and he said he has forgotten the words to songs that he wrote. And so when you fall, you have to have, we're talking about making a shift. The H's have to have some resiliency. You have to be able to come back. You have to be able to bounce back. Yes, you lose money. I've lost so much money pursuing my goal as a writer, as a motivational speaker, and putting on different events. And one good thing about that, I know my wife really loves me. All the money I've lost, and she still smiles and she still loves me. So, but you've got to have some resiliency. You've got to be able to come back because stuff is going to happen, as the phrase goes. Stuff is going to happen. So your resiliency will determine if you can keep going. If you can take a hit. There was an old commercial for a watch, Timex watch. It said it can take a licking and keep on ticking. You're going to have to be able to get hit and come back. I was just watching a little while ago. I was watching the movie Creed with Sylvester Stallone and I forgot Brian Jordan. And the championship scene in that movie, the championship fight, he just kept getting hit, but he came back. And there was one scene in the movie where he got knocked down and he was out for a while, and then things started going over his head. And when he had a flashback of his father, they showed a flashback of his father. That just got him up. But being able to get hit and come back, being able to lose money and come back, being able to have a book that nobody buys and come back, being able to have an event that nobody shows up to and comes back, being able to make a movie that nobody watches and comes back. If you're going to be able to make that shift to go up that hill, you're going to have some resiliency. And we're talking about shift, S, scheduling, H, habits, have resiliency, have consistency. I got to have some inspiration. What inspires you to keep doing what you're doing? What inspires you? If you can just put something in the comment sections. Excuse me. What inspires you to write another movie What inspires you to write another book? But you have to have some inspiration. Maybe you can have inspiration because your father meant so much to you, your sister, your brother. You're inspired because you want to do something for your family. You're inspired because you want to do something to help people. Inspiration. You've got to read the right books. You've got to watch the right videos. You've got to get the information in. Inspiration. If you're going to make a shift, you got to be inspired. There's a scene in Creed. I told you I was just watching it. Creed and the Rocky movie. When that song comes on, Gonna Fly Now, there's just something about that song with when the horns start playing. That, for me, that's inspiring. What inspires you to keep going? What inspires you to get back up when people criticize you? On my show Thursday, we were talking to some entrepreneurs and some authors, and it's Kimberly Green. She runs the she sells Black Negro League memorabilia, caps and hats and things of that nature. Great show. You got to watch it. Go to Your Encouragement, or go to Your Encouragement on Facebook or on YouTube. Great show. She said something. I'm talking about, dealing with criticism. She said something. She said, don't accept criticism from the people that you wouldn't get advice from, because people are going to criticize you. You need to be inspired to get past the criticism. She said, don't accept any criticism from people that you wouldn't get advice from. I just love that. Kim Green, check it out. The interview on my show last week, you can catch it on Facebook, Your Encouragement. You can catch it on YouTube, Your Encouragement with Dwayne Chig. It was on 2 days ago. And so check that out. But you've got to have inspiration. Who inspires you? My father inspires me. My father's gone, but he still inspires me. My uncle Scuffy inspires me. I get inspired by certain books, certain people. I have what I call pictures of possibility. Some people I don't know, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, they inspire me. Pictures of possibility. But some people I do know, Yolanda Bozan, awesome writer. My Uncle Scuffy. Those people inspire me. They push me. And so who inspires you? You've got to have inspiration. The I also stands for intent. Success. There's a chapter from, there's a quote from my latest book, Encouragements from a Formerly Frustrated Dreamer, that success is not accidental or coincidental. It's intentional. So if you're going to make the shift, it has to be on purpose. You can't just oops up on it. You can't just wish it. You can't even just pray it. Because when you finish praying, you've got to do something. It's got to be intentional. You have to write on purpose. You have to exercise on purpose. You have to push away the bad food and eat the right food on purpose. You have to put the right things in your mind on purpose. Becoming successful is intentional. Let that sink in for a while. It's intentional. And if you're going to make a shift, you have to make a shift on purpose. It's gotta be on purpose. For your purpose, but it has to be on purpose also. The F, we're talking about making a shift. Scheduling. Habits. Have consistency. Have resiliency. Can't get my mouth together. I, inspirational and intentional. And the F is you've got to be focused, because distractions will come. COVID is a distraction. Health issues, distraction. Some of the stuff going on in the society politically, distraction. And I don't say that to negate the significance of those things, but they can be distractions to what you are intending to do. They could be distractions to what's really important. So we have to stay focused on what's really important. Helping people is really important. Focusing on the things that are going to change people's lives, change our lives. That's important. Focus on whatever your particular project is. If it's a book, if it's a business, if it's losing weight, you've got to stay focused on those things. Stay focused on the goal, because distractions do come. They come because of life. They come because of issues. They come because sometimes people throw them in your way. So how do you handle distractions? How do you stay focused? Some people have vision boards. I told you my habits every day that when I start my day, that keeps me focused. Focused on going in the right direction. Focused on writing a certain amount. I've got a goal right now of selling a certain amount of books this month. My latest book, Encouragements from a Formerly Frustrated Dreamer. I don't even have a copy in front of me there in the box over there. But I stay focused. I stay focused because I have a goal of doing that. And so no matter what, I'm staying focused on selling a certain amount of books. I'm staying focused on accomplishing some goals. I'm staying focused. And some of the things that help me stay focused is what this t-shirt says. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean I can't be it, because people will throw you off. So I stay focused that way. How do you stay focused on your goal, on your dream, on the vision, on the project? Because if you want to make the shift, you got to stay focused. And the T is not very diplomatic. The word I want to use is not very deep, but you've got to have a certain amount of tenacity. Tenacity is grit. Tenacity is, I don't know how to spell that, but tenacity is, I'm going to do this. That's tenacity. Tenacity is writing one more paragraph. Tenacity is walking one more time around the track. Tenacity is doing the sit-ups when you don't feel like it. I told you I'm working on losing this extra baggage around here. And so I do sit-ups every night. And sometimes I don't feel like doing them. I'm up to 180. I know that's not much because you could probably do a lot better, but I'm 61 years old. I'm not as young as some of you, but I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. So when I don't feel like it, I'm doing it. When and when I'm tired, I'm doing it. So tenacity says I'm going to do this because it's what I need to get done. Tenacity says I'm going to do this because it helps me get done what I'm going to do. And what helps you with tenacity? Focusing on your why. When I teach people about writing books and stuff, I tell them you have to remember your why. And as it relates to going after goals, you have to remember your why. Why are you going to continue to write? Why you continue to write another book when the last one was a flop? Why you continue to write another play when the last one was a flop? Why are you continuing to work on this next project when nobody came to the last one? Why are you continuing to go forward when everybody's laughing, when nobody's with you? Why you continue to do that? Tenacity. Helping you to remember your why so that you can keep going. Helping you to remember your why. And your why has to be something bigger than just you. I want to write so I can make a lot of money. I want to write because I want to tell these people off. It has to be bigger than you and what you want. So it'll push you to keep going. So it'll push you to stay focused. What's your why for your goal, your dream? The success you want to seize, the goal you want to get, the dream you want to do. What is your why? And remembering that will push you. Remembering that will help you. Remembering that will help you make that shift so you can get more power. Shift so you can go up that hill. Shift so you can go a little faster. You can go a little further. So making your shift. Just wanted to throw that out at you. Just wanted to give that to you. If there's any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer it. If you're on the Your Encouragement page, be more than happy to answer that. But in the meantime, ask you to follow us. Follow us on Instagram at EncourageMan, the letter N, EncourageMan. You can follow me on Facebook under my name, Dwayne Shigg. Facebook, also under Your Encouragement. Follow me on YouTube, Dwayne Shigg, Your Encouragement. And trust that something was said that helps you at this time. And as always, want you to remember that your dream is doable. And I want to help you go get it. And also some of my encouragement moments. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we put out it's like a 2-minute video of encouragement just to help you get going and get started and stay focused. So I want to help you make the shift. I want you to know that your goal is, your goal is gettable. Your dream is doable. I just want to help you. Go get it. Stay encouraged. Be blessed. I'm Dwayne Shigg, and as always, you stay encouraged. Be blessed. Bye-bye.